Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Fans of Sister Wives star Kody Brown were excited by his latest video since it showed them his happy smile in real life, away from the cameras of his TLC show. Sister Wives. Kody Brown typically spends a lot of money. Kody Brown's recent video presentation has left Sister Wives fans a little perplexed. According to reports, he recently purchased a brand new Mercedes sports convertible for himself. In addition, he bought the mansion worth millions of dollars that he and Robyn Brown currently reside in. During the past few seasons, Robyn's costly pastimes were revealed to Sister Wives viewers. She spent a modest sum on her doll collection and artwork. Gwendolyn Brown, Kody's daughter, claimed that Robyn and her father spend far more than they can afford. The remaining pair from this polygamous marriage is therefore likely to pursue the finer things in life, as we have a good idea. When it comes to his greatest pride, his appearance, why would Kody accept anything less? Is Kody's smile getting noticed? It's not because Kody Brown's new grin is stunning everyone that Sister Wives followers are giddy over it. Fans believe Kody received new veneers for his teeth based on the screenshot that is circulating on social media. For many of the supporters, however, this is an issue. His smile reveals something more than just his brilliant white-capped teeth. Kody Brown appears to have had just 4 teeth out. As a result, his veneers stand out when he grins, seeming a different shade than the rest of his teeth. Sister Wives. Why choose a low-cost dental procedure? The fact that Kody Brown appears to be flashing what some are referring to as a less expensive form of dental work has Sister Wives fans in awe. Others believe that he did this himself and bought the veneers online. However, the majority of Sister Wives fans who took to the internet to leave comments were baffled as to why Kody didn't shell out the cash to have every tooth visible and his mouth hidden. However, based on the screenshot above, it appears that he did not. Fans raise concerns that a man who appears to spend money carelessly may be coming to terms with his extravagant spending. The moment was so brief, you could almost miss it almost. But not the fans. Not the eagle-eyed Sister Wives viewers who have practically made a second career out of decoding Kody Brown's every eye twitch, smirk, flinch, and frown over the past decade. In what was meant to be a routine segment for the show's upcoming Family Reconciliation special, TLC cameras zoomed in on Kody sitting stiffly in a velvet accent chair, arms crossed, expression unreadable, and then it happened. Just as the producer asked an innocent-sounding question, "Do you feel responsible for any of the breakdowns?" Kody's entire face shifted. His jaw clenched just a second too tight. His nostrils flared. His left eye twitched violently, and his signature smirk morphed into something else, something colder, emptier, and unmistakably unnerving. It wasn't just discomfort. It was a mask cracking. And fans saw it in real time. Twitter erupted. TikTokers paused, zoomed in, enhanced, analyzed frame by frame. Reddit threads blew up with users screaming, "Did you see his face? That wasn't a man taking accountability. That was a man about to explode." It didn't take long before the footage went viral. Millions of views in a matter of hours. Kody Brown Twitchgate began trending, with one creator even syncing the moment with eerie violin music and captions like, "The exact second the facade collapsed." Body language experts joined in doing deep dives into the frame. According to one viral analysis, Kody displayed clustered signs of repressed rage, cognitive dissonance, and calculated emotional detachment, hallmarks of someone suppressing resentment while trying to maintain social dominance. In plain terms, he wasn't just uncomfortable, he was furious and pretending not to be. The scariest part? This wasn't new. Fans began digging through old footage, tracing that exact facial expression down to the twitch in his left temple, and found a pattern. Every time Kody was confronted with loss of control, when Christine moved out, when Janelle demanded independence, when Meri asked for respect, that same expression flickered across his face like a warning flare. But never had it been this visible. Never had it looked so unstable. And now, in this new post-scandal world, after the arrests, the property lawsuits, the implosion of his image, viewers realized something chilling. Kody wasn't processing guilt. He was plotting revenge. During the episode, the moment was brushed aside. TLC didn't comment. The next question was asked. Kody exhaled and fake smiled. But it was too late. The mask had slipped, and the fan base would never unsee it. More alarm bells rang later in the episode when Kody tried to explain the crumbling of his relationships. They twisted everything I said, he mumbled, eyes darting. It's like they all got together behind my back to rewrite the narrative. But the way he said they didn't sit right. It wasn't exasperation, it was paranoia. One user commented, he talks like he's in a thriller, not a family docuseries. Kody thinks he's being hunted. Another wrote, his eyes don't move like they used to. He doesn't blink when he talks about them. That's not grief. That's obsession. Even Meri, in a later scene, said quietly, there's a lot about Kody that never made it on camera. There were looks, expressions, moods that made you feel small without a word. Fans flooded her DMs asking if the look she described was the same one they saw on camera. The answer? A single Instagram story. A blurry screen cap of Kody's glitched expression with no caption, just a red circle emoji. The implications were massive. Suddenly, Kody's behavior over the years was being re-examined through a darker lens. Was he always this emotionally volatile? Was Robyn really the mastermind, or just the only one who figured out how to survive his moods? Had the producers known about these episodes and edited them out to preserve the show's fragile image of a modern plural family? And what now? What was Kody going to do now that the world had seen behind the curtain? The answer came quicker than expected. The very next day, TLC producers announced a new disclaimer would be added to all future episodes, citing that the show reflects real-time emotional responses that may not represent long-term character development. Translation? Kody's not okay, and we have to legally distance ourselves from it. And Robyn? She was reportedly terrified. Leaked texts between her and a former crew member revealed she had been trying to push for a no-confrontation clause for future filming. He gets scary when backed into a corner, she allegedly wrote. Not violent, just cold. Viewers had suspected for years that Kody's emotional descent had been more severe behind the scenes, but now, the red flags were in full view. And no one was buying the just overwhelmed narrative anymore. Fans speculated whether TLC would eventually pull the plug, not because the show wasn't making money, it was more profitable than ever, but because it might now be documenting a man's full-on breakdown in real time. And, in the middle of it all, that twitch, that blinkless stare, that facial contortion that screamed, I'm not done yet. It wasn't just a moment. It was a signal. To the other wives. To the audience. To himself. And now, everyone was wondering the same thing. What happens when a man who built an empire on control realizes he has none left, and the cameras are still rolling? For over a decade, the Sister Wives cameras told one version of the story. Awkward family dinners, emotional confessions, and Kody Brown bouncing between homes with a smile that seemed just polished enough to mask the dysfunction. But now, with the family splintered and viewers zooming in on Kody's alarming facial expressions, a chilling new chapter has emerged, and it didn't come from the wives. It came from the people who were behind the camera the entire time. After years of silence and contractual gag orders, former and current TLC crew members have begun speaking out, some anonymously, others on background, and the revelations they've shared about Kody's off-camera behavior have sent shockwaves through the fandom. Because what we saw on screen, that was the carefully edited version. The real story, insiders say, is far darker. He wasn't just controlling, one former sound tech revealed. He was manipulative in a way that made the air go cold. He had this look, this tone, he'd drop at the moment the cameras stopped rolling. Like he'd been holding his breath during the take, then let out the real Kody as soon as we called cut. Another crew member recalled moments when producers would deliberately refilm scenes to soften his image. If he came off too harsh, they'd stop and say, Kody, let's do that again with a smile. He'd fake laugh, pretend to be joking, and boom, back to lovable dad mode. But that first take? That's the one we all remembered. Some stories went even further. Multiple sources confirmed that Kody had banned crew from filming certain conversations, especially if they involved finances, Robyn's influence, or the emotional separation from his other wives. He knew the power of the edit, one field producer said. He was obsessed with it. He'd even call the network demanding to see cuts before they aired. He wanted to shape his own legacy. He just didn't realize the footage doesn't lie forever. But the most alarming revelations were emotional, not just logistical. Several former employees described a culture of fear that began to spread within the set during the later seasons. If someone on set disagreed with Kody, or even made a joke he didn't like, he'd ice them out completely, one assistant camera operator said. One guy asked him about Robyn getting more camera time, and he was let go the next week. The crew all knew, you don't challenge Kody. Another insider claimed that Kody would walk off set mid-filming if he didn't feel respected enough. He called us just crew once. Told us he didn't take direction from employees. He didn't like being told how to light a shot or where to sit. He wanted to be in charge of it all. And then came the truly unsettling part, his off-camera treatment of the wives, especially after filming ended. According to crew who worked on the set from 2019 to 2022, Kody would isolate himself with Robyn, instructing crew to remove mics and block off areas of the home. He didn't want the others to hear what was being said, one person said. We heard arguments, doors slamming, crying, then he'd come back on set smiling. It felt fake. And Robyn, she always looked rattled, like she didn't know what was coming next. One particularly disturbing moment described by two separate crew members involved Kody confronting Janelle in a private room after she questioned his handling of the family budget. He cornered her. Not physically violent, but loud, aggressive. We could hear him shouting. It shook the crew. And then Janelle came out like nothing had happened. That's when we realized this show was a mask. And behind it, he was unraveling. Producers, caught between ratings and morality, tried to intervene. One reportedly approached TLC executives with concerns, only to be told, this is reality TV. If it gets too real, we cut it out. But the cracks were showing. And now, with Kody's recent legal troubles and erratic behavior in public, the mask is gone, and the people who watched him off-camera for years are confirming what fans feared. The version of Kody America fell in love with never truly existed. Even Robyn's behavior has come under scrutiny. One crew member shared, she wasn't innocent in this. She defended him. She'd pull producers aside and say, don't make him look bad. She knew he was struggling. She just didn't want it to affect the narrative. And when producers pushed back, she cried. Every time. It worked at first. But eventually people stopped buying it. Behind closed doors, TLC is in crisis mode. Several current production staff have allegedly walked off the show, citing ethical concerns. One even leaked a memo warning crew to avoid emotionally triggering conversations with cast members, particularly Kody. And now, calls are growing louder to shut the show down permanently, with fans saying it's no longer just television, it's the live implosion of a man in denial. Christine and Janelle, when asked for comment, refused to confirm details but nodded solemnly when told crew had spoken out. We all knew, Christine whispered, but I'm glad they're finally saying it. Janelle added, he thought the cameras would protect him. Turns out they just kept the receipts. And the fans? They're furious. Many now believe Kody manipulated viewers for over a decade. One viral TikTok summed it up. We didn't watch a family fall apart. We watched them escape. And we missed the warning signs because TLC edited out the truth.